Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so this morning, Mary's going to start with the water and weather, and then after, we're going to move on to some trail chatter. Take it away, Mary.
Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
All right, good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it's 68 degrees and clear. It's a warm morning. We're looking at a high of 82 today with a mix of clouds and sunshine. And then tonight, 63 degrees with a few clouds. Winds are going to be light and variable. On Blood Mountain today, it's going to be 74 and mostly sunny, so good chance for a view up there. And then 64 degrees tonight and partly cloudy. Winds are 5 miles per hour. Water's good for the most part. Make sure as you hike north, you're topping off at Hawk Mountain Shelter. Your next supply will be Justice Creek. And then Slaughter Creek before Blood Mountain did have water in the past few weeks, but that's getting down to a trickle, if even in existence. So try to top off before then. And then Neal Gap to Hogpen Gap is dry, so top off at Neal. Hogpen does have water. And then the only other dry spot mostly is Wesser Shelter in North Carolina. You should be pretty good all the way to Fontana Dam. And then the snakes, let's remember snakes everywhere this time of year. They're out in the sunshine. And remember the boulders up on Cow Rock, 5 miles north of Neal Gap. There's the copperhead nest in there. And the rattlesnakes like to hang out up there too, so be cautious there. Wherever you go, if you're going to sit on rocks or logs or anything, always check for snakes. Great Smoky Mountain National Park, bear situation. All of the shelters are opened. The closed trails are Twin Creeks and Chestnut Branch trails, and then the closed campsites are 18, 57, and 82. Donald, I'm going to turn it over to you now, and you can talk about some other things going on.
Sweet, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So first, I just want to start with this, just in case, man, because not a lot of people probably fully watch every video and they watch the weather and water and then move on their day. So I wanted to say this first. Now, yesterday I received a messenger message on Facebook, I think, from a friend, and she sent me a video of a dude that was hiking somewhere here in Georgia. And he ran across a woman's backpack, a girl's backpack, a lady's backpack, a chick's backpack, whatever, however you'd like to say it. It is a female backpack. And so he ran across it about 1.7 miles from Woody Gap. I don't know if it was Nobo or Sobo. It was kind of... I'm not sure what the full story is either. I just know that there was a backpack found 1.7 miles either north of Woody Gap, which is mile 21 of the Appalachian Trail heading northbound here in Georgia, and then, or if it was 1.7 miles before Woody Gap. Trying to get some more information, who knows. The hiker also said in his video that he informed a hostel owner. I'm thinking it might be Lucky. I'm not sure who it is, but I'm going to say that it most likely is because Woody Gap's over there. But it might not be either. But that's what he said. So I don't know what's going on. But if anyone has any information on a backpack that a female is missing, maybe they read it on Reddit, maybe they read it on Facebook, Instagram, I don't know. There's people are in more of those groups and stuff that I'm not in. So if anyone has any information, man, please report it to the proper places like the authorities, USFS, United States Forest Service, or places like that. All right, and you can find that stuff probably online, man. All right, and so next, let's start with a rescue in Hawaii. Excuse me. And so, in Honolulu, Hawaii, firefighters rescued two 17-year-old hikers in Nu'anu Sunday night. They received a call for help at 3:50 p.m. from the Pillowale Ridge Trail. According to the fire officials, the boy and girl had been hiking for 7 hours and could not continue due to the rough terrain. Rescuers were airlifted onto the trail where visibility was safe and hiked the rest of the way, reaching the hikers at 6:15 p.m. And so not bad, man. 2 hours and what, like 25 minutes? According to the Honolulu Fire Department, So crews performed a medical assessment, then escorted them to the safe extraction site where the hikers were hoisted onto a helicopter and flown to a landing zone. EMS took over around 9:30 p.m. Nice. Jumped right into action, took care of the situation.
Most definitely.
All right, and so rescue in Missouri, the Columbia Fire Department responded to a report of an injured hiker that had fallen in a wooded area behind Cosmo Park on Sunday. The caller reported in the early afternoon that they had fallen while hiking and were injured, but they were not able to explain their exact location. This is where Garmin comes in handy.
That's right.
Excuse me. So, a Columbia Fire Department battalion chief requested assistance from Boone County Joint Communications, which was able to provide the caller's GPS location that pinged during the 911 call. So, crews were able to locate the patient, access them using a specialized equipment, and transported them in a utility vehicle to an awaiting ambulance. The individual was taken to the local hospital for evaluation and treatment. Columbia Fire Department personnel remained on scene with the patient's dog until a family member arrived to take custody of the pup.
Awesome.
Yeah, right, dude. I'm glad that ended up decent, or everyone came out with all their limbs attached and alive. All right, and so Frank Church Wilderness, missing hiker found Valley County, Idaho. A missing hiker who was last seen in the French Church.
That's supposed to be French, I'm sorry.
I apologize. Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness has been safely located, Valley County Sheriff's Office announced. The 73-year-old hiker was located around 1:05 p.m., reports the Sheriff's Office. All right. I'm glad that ended up well. Now, and in GSMNP, a missing hiker, man, the one that was missing from like Nashville area, and then they found his pickup truck, down in Cosby or something, or down by Davenport Gap, and he has been found deceased. And so in GSMNP at Davenport Gap, a missing man was found dead in the North Carolina part of the national park over the weekend. The body of 21-year-old Ryan Lakes was found in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on Sunday, 9/21/2025. Lakes was found in the Big Creek area of the park, which is in Haywood County, about 1.5 miles from the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. Prior to being found, Lakes was last seen in Nashville on Thursday. His car was found in the park. It was not immediately clear how Lakes died or if any foul play was involved. All right, and so that was not the ending that we probably all wanted to hear, but
No, definitely not.
All right, and so next I want to move on to an article that I saw, and it's called "Some Hikers Leave Plenty of Traces," and this is opinion. I found this on, I think, Yahoo or something. Okay, and so Marjorie Slim Woodruff, part of my job as a Grand Canyon educator is picking up stuff a hiker drops or leaves behind next to the trail. Some of the things I found this summer lead me to wonder what in the John Muir were they thinking. So a fast food burger in the original wrapper. I suppose they left it for a timid woodland creature for the timid woodland creatures. Except if fast food isn't good for us, why would a critter want it? Someone's last remains. When a hiker pointed out a shiny object off the trail, I clambered over the rocks to find a sealed urn of cremains, which is illegal to leave in a national park. Local tribes have also asked visitors avoid doing this for religious considerations. I reported finding the urn to the park rangers, and for the next month was identified as the lady who found the body. A can of corned beef. We found this on a 7-day backpack. Those who abandoned it surely thought, whoever finds this shall fall upon it with glee. Except we had enough food, thanks. Rather than carry the 3-pound can of beef, though, we ate it, and yes, it was vile. Balloons. I risked life and limb one day clambering down a scree slope after what I thought was an abandoned backpack, only to find find deflated balloons. It is lovely. It is a lovely thought to release your balloons to honor a friend, but creatures can get tangled in the strings or eat them to serious ill effect. Mascara wand. I understand that many women cannot bear to be without their makeup, but on the trail, for one thing, you are all sweaty and dirty, or at least I am. In the same vein, I have come across discarded bottles of cologne, so perhaps the owners finally realized that no perfume can cover up the smell of a long hike. Alright, so we see glow sticks tied to the trees. Not only are they plastic, they are toxic to any animal who chews on them. Double boiler filled with rice. It might make sense to find this at a campsite, but 4 miles up the trail? Underwear. I do not know about these situations. Someone has an unavoidable emergency and no TP, so they use whatever is at hand. Plastic tooth floss picks. Oral hygiene is important. However, most people do not leave their toothbrush behind, so why leave the silly things that only weigh 1/10 of an ounce? A 5-pack of beer. I assume they drank one and left the rest for later, then did not find tepid beer palatable. By stashing items along the trail is problematic. We never know if you're really going to pick it up later or if you just got tired of hauling it around, so best keep it with you. Laminated photographs. These are often left as memorials. Does your loved one really want you to honor them by littering public lands with their portrait? One shoe. How does one hike with one shoe? Although I did once meet a hiker wearing single shoe and a sock, one for each foot. Another time we found a jacket, then a shirt, then a pair of pants, then socks. I guess they kept the shoes. A hemostat used to compress a blood vessel. Was someone prepping for emergency surgery or maybe smoking a roach? I don't know, man, but they don't need to be left in the on trail. Right. An empty backpack. How did they get their gear out? A full backpack, including, among other things, a queen-size bed sheet, a beach towel, canned food, and 2 hardback books. Rumor has it that the hapless hiker yelled, "I can't do this!" grabbed a bottle of Gatorade, and threw the pack off the trail. At this point, the hiker was 5 miles from the trailhead. The first rule of leave no trace is to plan ahead, guys. Perhaps one should sit down with one's supplies and ask, do I really need to lug these books, this frying pan, that good bottle of wine in? They have wine in a bag, by the way. It's bagged wine. Not just Franzia. I think it's like black box wine or something, man, dude. But it comes in a bag. Put it in there if you need it. First rule of leave no trace is to plan ahead. If yes, more power to you. And keep on lugging. Just make sure that you take it all back out with you. This was written by Marjorie Slim Woodruff, and she's a contributor to Writers on the Range, and she works at the Grand Canyon, actually, as an educator. So this is the stuff she sees there, and this is the same stuff that's happening everywhere, not just in the Grand Canyon. It's happening everywhere. And so it's so important to follow Leave No Trace, guys, man. This is our forest, man. This is where we all go to enjoy it, man. Don't ruin it for the next, man. Pick up after yourself, man. Leave it better than when you got there, man. You know what I mean, dude?
Absolutely. And things like the balloons, those are super dangerous. Like she was stating, animals swallowing them and different things like that. So that's just like when people leave the plastic from cans, and animals getting those. Whether they're in the ocean or the forest, some of those things are downright deadly.
And it's funny you say the cans and containers and stuff. I saw that bear with the cheese puff container on its head. A few of them this year, man, that people have actually had to chase down and help pull the container off the bear's head, dude. Or
I saw a turtle somewhere. I can't remember where it was, but it had this plastic wrapper from like the beer cans or soda cans around it for so long that its shell kind of went like that because it had stayed there so long and prevented that part of the shell from growing.
I saw that one too, man. Or many like it.
I'm sure there's more than one.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff, man. They get straws up their noses and stuff. Oh, those poor little creatures, man. And, man, there are just people out there that just don't give a shit, man.
That's
They
right.
just don't care, dude. And, it's so disappointing to see that shit, man. You know what I mean, dude? Just people that just don't care. But they want to come out and enjoy what there is to offer for, to experience nature, man. But they don't want to follow the rules to keep it good for the next person, or for so they can continue to come back and enjoy it, man.
That's right.
It is what it is. Anyways, all right, that's what we have going on today. We're
Yep.
gonna have to move on here, man. Mary's has a early morning shuttle here at Byron Reese going to Springer,
Yes.
and then Jordan has a Blairsville going down to Atlanta, and then have some shuttles calling in today, trying
That's
to schedule
right.
stuff. Yesterday was a pretty busy day, man. So, but we did have a great dinner, of course, man. We did lamb.
We did lamb chops. Yes, we did.
Lamb chops,
good.
Indian spicy Indian
Yep.
lamb chops with asparagus and some
Rice.
other rice, kimchi, and some
It was
other
good.
great pita bread with hummus. Everything homemade too, man. The pita bread, chips, homemade. The hummus, homemade. Everything, man. So it was super good.
I'm
man.
real thrilled with the pita chips and the hummus. I think they came out very well.
Yeah, man, right, dude. And the sourdough bread, man, has been.
Has been.
Yeah, and that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning.
That's
Gonna have to pass sourdough bread out to our friends at Mountain Crossings and down at the store this year, man. We'll have a little place where people can eat some sourdough bread and shit, man. Anyways, man, we have a surprise for the store. That's actually going to be changing. The idea has changed, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
That's right.
So,
More to come.
yeah. Anyways, if anyone needs anything at all, man, give us a call. We're here for you. One love, kids. Peace. Thank you.